Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. My name is Cam, and this is Tekamo HD.
You're watching Service Call, proudly produced by Tekamo and sponsored by Fortis HD and Rent One. Koken is now available for sale on FortisHD.com. Check out some of the Z-Series stuffs loved by your favorite mechanics like Cam.
If I were to do it all over, I hate to say it, I'd probably outfit the trucks with Koken stuff.
If you don't see what you want on the website, reach out to us directly and we can get it for you. All these post-its is just the stuff that the mechanics like. That's all the stuff that certain people wanted to order.
Weird shaped hoses everywhere. Stupid setup.
In this episode, Cam finally ends his misery with his Ford F550 with a simple trick.
I just have a way of doing things that just is better.
We're about 60, 75 hours into it now.
Meanwhile, Kyle and his crew wrap up their bucket project.
So I always try to build things the way I build things as if it was mine, if I'm buying it for myself.
It won't even power.
Mike's back and he's busy diagnosing and replacing the JLG batteries.
Lift with your back in a jerking, twisting motion. Who cares about my vertebrae?
And our Tekamo media truck is having a makeover. Shout out to Andrew for helping pay for this video by buying a full set of undercarriage for a Cat 305 ECR. Tracks, rollers, idlers, sprockets, everything packaged up behind me going out today.
Is that good? You like that? You like that? Hey guys, it's Cam with Tekamo, and we're doing some improvements on the fleet. We got rid of all the VMAX and pretty much replaced everything from here back. Come see the progress. Is that good? You like that? You like that? We're gonna go over it with you guys. Give you a little rundown on the new build. Take a look, see what's inside. Let's go, come on. We're gonna work our way smallest to biggest. So this is the smallest door on the truck with the biggest hose. Look at that, it's even got blue airline. Anyways, we'll start at the front actually, yeah. So we got a 2023 F550 XLT diesel, obviously. We don't run gas trucks like all those American guys do. 6.7 Power Stroke, antimatter blue. So we purchased the chassis over a year ago. It came in a few months ago. And then I got in touch with a few bodybuilders and a few different guys, and we don't have an unlimited budget. So when it came down to actually speccing the truck and everything else, like getting a build slot, it was, like I said, a combination of timeline, budget, and just options available. Like the quality of the body is a big thing too. I mean, this was the best bang for the buck chassis or box and crane package that I could put together myself. It's a mill run body. All aluminum body, built-in drawer packs, all that stuff. Well, you know what, we'll start with the cab. That's probably what a lot of guys, you know, you spend a lot of time in the cab. If you're like me, we drive around a lot. So we went with an extended cab because I don't like 4 doors. They're too long in a service truck. I'm a big extended cab fan like the other Ford. I wanted to get just enough room for some extra rain gear and clothes or day bag, your power tools, whatever, I don't know. Ford's the only one who actually makes an extended cab like this size. Like, you know, I don't want a super long truck, but it's nice to have that little bit of extra room. Makes a big difference. Yeah, we got the inverter on that side, 3,000 watt inverter in the cab. We also have the small inverter, 400 watt inverter in the dash here, beside like the USB and everything there. It's an XLT, so it's got a lot of decent options. Nothing too crazy. It's still cloth seats, which we're gonna get covers for just because I don't wanna wreck the factory seats, obviously. Yeah, this is the first brand new vehicle I've ever purchased, like personally or for the business, anywhere. So the best part about this, buying a brand new truck and being my first new truck, I don't even get to run it. It's not even mine. Brandon's gonna be, not that Brandon, the other Brandon, that one over there. He's gonna be running this truck. Why would I wanna take the nicest truck in the fleet and put my guys in the used stuff when they're more productive than me, they're working more than me? So, you know, from a logistics standpoint, it makes the most sense to put our most productive guys. I'm jealous of them, but it's okay. I still own it, I just don't get to use it. Maybe it's not for other guys, but to me, I really like this. I like popping the doors open and I got all my tools. Everything is here. There's no door in the middle here that you gotta walk around, and man, everything is just, you pull it out, it's right there, you know. I always like laying my drawers out like this, like nothing in between there. It's a small thing, but to me, it's still a thing. It's still another positive for these bodies. It comes with a box heater in it. It comes pre-drilled here with all the vent holes through it, so everything gets heated up nicely. It's standard, this body just comes with this one usually. So we added this one additionally. Added additionally, that's kind of redundant, isn't it? Added it, it's an additional addition. Outlet right here for your chargers. So you can even run power tools off that. So that's the D1, D2 cabinet. I really like that layout. That's like one of my favorite parts of the truck is that 9 drawers on each side, lots of drawers. Small detail with the chassis, we spec dual fuel tanks because the one rear tank, if it just comes with one tank, they're way too small. By the time you know, do a trip up and down the highway or something, you only get like 500K range, like not much, if that. So yeah, wheel well cabinet. These are little details that I pay attention with on the bodies, but it makes a big difference, really. So if you look at that other truck, the wheel wells are really tall. So you lose a lot of space there. That's 2 full drawers, right? I mean, well, this is actually not a drawer. This is a work surface. Brandon put his big wrenches in here. I don't know, I'm very anal about this stuff. We can't really stack our big wrenches. The bigger ones, they hit the top of the drawer there. So what I'm actually gonna do here is get a taller drawer pack put in here, shove this up another slot. Cause see, the nice thing with these Milron bodies that I really like, they do these little modular slots. So like all these shelves, they just unbolt and slide, and then you can put them in different spots. And then you can add drawers, and you can buy just these drawers. People are probably gonna say like, oh, well, you're gonna buy a whole new drawer set just for like standing up 4 wrenches. Yes, I am actually, because I can. And because it'll make it a little easier to organize. It's just better. And because I can, like, what's it to you, honestly? And you're just jealous because you can't? Oh, one of the other things I like with these, they have really big horizontal lifting doors here. Like the Ford has that too. So they put a little drip rail here to catch the water and fall off the edge. If you look at the size too of these cabinets, like I was saying, how big this one is versus the Ford, the same cabinet, I think it's about that big. I don't know why they do that. It's the same size, it's an 11-foot service body on the same size chassis. There's just dead space. I hate dead space. Maybe I'm just ranting for no reason, just old man rants. All right, now one of the fun parts. This is what I like. Well, it's all fun. It's all fun to me. We got hydraulic outriggers. Outriggers flip out. And these are nice because they slide so easy because they're new and they're not rusty yet. I can do it like one, well, it's like, you like that sound. A little pin underneath there to secure it, so don't forget that, otherwise you'll hit stuff when you drive around. And don't ask me how I know. Yeah, so that's it. The only other thing I want to change in here is make a little hanger. I don't know why they don't have something, but they should have something there. Just a little, you know, little 2-prong something or other to hold the remote up, or a magnet on the back maybe. That'd be a really good idea.
Should put backup cameras.
Oh, and backup cameras? No, that wasn't their fault. That was Ford's fault. The truck's supposed to have a backup camera. Colin was like, hey, where's the backup camera? I went to back in the shop and nothing happened. Like there's nothing on the screen. And I come back here and there's just a little plastic plug there. So backup camera will be installed. Ford's taking care of it. Yeah, so we got remote start too. But there we go. So workbench bumper on the back. Little small, I'll admit it. I like them big booty ones. Big, I want it big. But it's okay, Yeah, a little bigger would be nice, not complaining. No, I am complaining. Bigger would be nice, honestly. What I really like is a lot of the American trucks will have those pass-through bumpers, which is nice for like your long bars and stuff. They don't offer that as an option with these, unfortunately. So that's a little bit of a down a point, I guess. You know, the little things like that would be nice, but they're not make or breaks for me at this point. Vise, nothing too fancy there, just a record vise, what is it, number 5? Oh, that's tiny. I usually like a 6-inch one at least, vise.
So again, now today is day 6. Started at 6 this morning, and we've just been welding all day. Welded that cheek plate where that piece of wood is, you can't see it. Located these heel shrouds here this morning. Now I'm just welding them out right now. We're only working till noon today. There's another shift tomorrow, which Sunday, I've never seen that before. I've been here for 4 years and no one's ever worked a Sunday. So that means this bucket is important. We're just throwing as much glue at it as possible right now. We're not flashing each other because he's down here, I'm up here. Progress is still the same. We are on par. All those adapters, we're gonna leave till last, same as like the lugging. We don't do that till last because of the pulling of the weld. Weld. Now, the only thing that I really have to put on this bucket is the other heel shroud on the opposite side. That's it, it'll just be welding now, no more fabricating. Oh, yeah? Yeah. Thank you. Is there a sticker in here? Yeah, man, cool. I love stickers, man. Stickers are the coolest. Yeah, we'll throw this fucking shiny one on there. Yeah, look at that. That's slick. Now we're part of the crew. All right, guys, that's it. I'm gonna be welding now. Hear me grunting and swearing away. That's hot. That's it for that side. Just gonna have to wait for James and then we'll flip it. I don't think we're gonna get to it today though. Each day we're doing about 18 hours, maybe a little less, call it 15 to be generous. So we're about 60, 75 hours into it now. There's not much more I can do right now because then I don't want to be like flashing James or whatnot. I'm gonna let him do all these adapters because he's more of a welder. I'm the fabricator, but I'm playing welder today. And then, yeah, I'm gonna see what James thinks about maybe if I could like start welding, like start filling in some of the weld prep area here. I wanna let him put his final show on it because sometimes welders are like picky, right? When it's their bucket, they want all the welding to look good because it is a representation of ourselves too, right? Same as when I fabricate stuff. If I do a shitty job, then it's a shitty weld, then it's a shitty product, right? So I always try to build things the way I build things as if it was mine, if I'm buying it for myself. That's it for me. I gotta go pee. You guys back again here. So now we're in almost the final position of the bucket here. James is gonna weld the back side of all these heel shrouds. And then we're gonna lift it up into position. And then we're gonna install all these half arrows. And those are gonna go in between each of the adapters for extra wear. I kind of wish we had two guys welding on it, but they're in the same position. So they'd be just like flashing each other. It'd be a no bueno on that one. But yeah, you can see James capped it off with a nice 6 show here. Very impressive. I'm happy with that. Like, that looks really good. It should have been late today. If not, it'll be painted tomorrow for sure. Joey's doing all the prep work in the paint bay right now to make room for it. This one might be a little more difficult, but we do have the big heister. So normally he'll pick the bucket up from the inside and like lift it up. And then he'll like splash the bottom of it. And then he'll drop it down and then hit every other surface that he possibly can. And it's probably gonna be like 15 gallons. This is a massive bucket. It's not just like one coat, it's gonna be numerous coats, but it'll be tomorrow for sure. So I mean, it's the name of the game is just welding everything in position here now, repositioning the bucket. So that's the nature of the beast on that one there. Yeah.
Custom wire jugs are now available. We got a few of the D9T ones ready to go. They cost a little more, but ask us about them when you order. Showed to Mark in Illinois, this one's on its way. They want me to show you how much water this holds. I don't fucking, God, I'm gonna get fucking shit everywhere. It's a lot of water. I'm fucking soaked. Just ruined my whole day. What else is in here? And ice. 128 ounces.
Hey guys, it's Mike from Tekamo. Today we're looking at this JLG that's dead in the water. Yeah, we have some battery issues with it, so we'll figure out what's going on. Okay, so if you film that through its blink code, so that's a 4.4 code, is what that's giving, and it'll give you one up here now on the display panel. Okay, so that's showing you that it's a 4.4 code, and then when you look that up, it'll be like a voltage too high, a voltage too low, and it kind of trips the circuit there, so you don't, it locks out the machine to protect it. Just isolate the battery. So it'll like do a load test on them and check them for like service charge and the actual charge of everything, like the cells and stuff like that. And yeah, it won't even power. I can put a multimeter on it though, and we can see how it is. 6.12 on this one. See, this one will tell us like our surface charge on it. I'll just check our, so right here at 36.9 volts, which isn't right. This one should be 48 volts on a full charge battery. So this thing's been charging all night. And yeah, we have a battery fault showing there. Was saying that it was full, and then you would operate it for 5 minutes or something, and then the battery would just drop down, and you wouldn't have anything. How does this happen? Lack of maintenance on the batteries. So when you're doing your PM on these, it's just 2 covers, pop them off, have a look, check your terminals, right? See how bad the corrosion is on these. You can also see all the gassing from the caps and stuff like that. So while you're doing your PMs on these, just have a quick look at the batteries. These caps just screw off, and you can check your water level in here and use distilled, not tap water. Quick and easy to do, and it'll save you the cost of replacing 8 batteries in your machine. Definitely preventable, yeah, you can prevent this. Charge them on a regular basis. Don't let them run down. Like, it's always bad to run your batteries to 0. That's your lifeblood of the machine. So yeah, we're gonna get Josh to order up the new batteries for us, and once they arrive, we'll throw them in, and you can stay tuned for that.
Let's go in the back. Something I've noticed a lot of guys ask about is like our covered load spaces. Guys either hate them or love them. Mostly Americans seem to not like them or whatever, because I guess you guys just keep putting like engines and shit in the back of your trucks. But for the most part, we like the covered load spaces because it rains here, it snows here. It's one more spot to secure shit that you don't want ripped off or just blowing out in the wind. I mean, you can keep your paperwork back here. If you want filing cabinets and stuff, that's what a lot of guys do here because we have so much paperwork here. Usually a mattress or something. You can't fit a full size, so you usually get like a kid's mattress, something with like dinosaurs or something on it, and put that in the back. More serious note, it's a covered load space. Got E-track, so I get all those little E-track accessories and hangers, and we can hang our whatever welding leads and chains and straps and shit like that. Bar holder, actual chain holder, that's for like your boomer rack. I don't see anything boomer about it. I don't see anything about it f***ing up the housing market or anything, so. And if you're worried about fitting big stuff in here, it actually locks every like 10 inches, 12 inches. So you can just flip these open and slide it. So you can slide it up and lock it in these holes. And you can actually slide from the front all the way back. Def tank's in the back, which is kind of shitty. That's another demerit from me, because that looks like a real pain in the ass to fill. So passenger side, just bulk storage. We might put drawers in here, maybe 2 or 3. We'll see. We're kind of deciding on that. This one, I was telling you guys about what we were doing with that drawer, moving drawers around. So this is the cabinet. We would put skinny drawers in here and then put the deeper one on the other side. So this would now have 3 of these identical ones. This one's got all the dividers in it for like bolts and hardware and stuff. So I like that they weld these dividers together. They all come out in one giant unit here. Well, this one's full of hardware. I would organize it different, but torch cabinet. It has these little reel or torch hose holders. You can put a reel set in here, so we have torch reels. It's got a spot for like 2 Ogen tanks and the acetylene, so you can put like the 2 shorter tanks. I don't think we can fit a big tank in there, so we'll just run small tanks. 2 small ones is enough, or 1, whatever, 2, 1, I don't know. We'll figure that out later. More bulk storage, same thing. If we need drawers in here, they're the same dimensions as the driver's side ones, so we can always pop more in there. Air tank, little filter, got a blinky up top, and then the Bobcat air pack. That's our compressor, our welder, generator, 12, 24 volt boost. Yeah, we went with that because I have it on the other truck and I just really like them. I don't know, it works good. Yeah, like we looked at a few different options for the welder compressor setup. You know, what we saw at Con Expo was really cool, but nobody had anything. We were looking at the VMAC, I think it called a 5-in-1, the white one, the smaller one. I like that. That would be like my second choice to this. The Air and Arc, those were nice too. All these other ones, they're nice, but it was cost and availability, just like anything on this build, right? These are available. I can get them in like a few weeks, and They're probably the more reasonable priced one. Paint the wheels black because I don't like the ugly gray. And yeah, I should have went with the Alcoas. I regret it, but it's fine next time. But hey, you know what? I'm cheap sometimes. My other reasoning was steel wheels can bend and they don't crack. And we were running a lot of like really gnarly like mine sites with like pit run and shit like that. So I didn't want to have like nice shiny Alcoas getting cracked and fucked up. So, and I'm not gonna put wheel simulators on because those are fucking gross. You know, like the hubcaps, oh, they're fucking terrible. It's like grandpa's RV, gross. Crane's an IMT 5005i, electric over hydraulic. Almost 2 years ago, I bought that crane used. It was a like new takeoff off of a truck. This one's got proportional control on it. You don't have to like jog the buttons a bunch. You can just pull the trigger and feather it. So that's kind of nice. Another nice upgrade with this one. Next steps, I guess, would be get it wrapped. So the wrap will be coming soon. I don't know, I think that's about it. If you got questions about it, I guess, anything specific that you saw, then let us know. We'll update you. That's it. Get to work now.
My name is Joey Romano. I'm a painter at Dayquip. I've been here for just over 8 years, best in the trade. Basically, I'd use a palm sander and then I use a grinder to get any spatter off in the welds. I use a wire wheel brush and I use a scaler which gets into like corners like this to get the spatter out. It's got needles on the end of it. And then after it's prepped, it'll be painted. Usually I start on the inside and then I'll work my way around. I'll go do walk around, make sure if it needs more paint, then I'll add more paint. 3 to 4 coats depending on the color. I'm gonna paint it black tonight.
We're excited to announce the upcoming launch of the Tekamo podcast. Join us while we chat with industry professionals and heavy-duty mechanics. You'll hear first-hand stories about how they got into the industry and the experiences that shaped their careers. If you're a seasoned pro or just starting out in the industry, there's something to be gained by listening to this podcast. Be sure to follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok to be notified when it releases. If you'd like to be on one of the podcasts, reach out by filling out the Join Our Network form. Link in the description.
Our batteries just got delivered, so now we're gonna put them in. It's a good thing they made them nice and light. Who cares about my vertebrae? Lift with your back in a jerking, twisting motion. Nice. This is our battery cable. Just cleaning up our terminals before we put them on. Quick math, 6 volts, 8 batteries, 48 volts, wired in series. So yeah, that's how we're wiring them. And that's how they work in this one. We have a video on our channel about series versus parallel. So check it out. It's on our YouTube channel if you wanna learn more about it. Putting everything back together now. Grease time. Just dielectric grease, just to protect it from any corrosion and stuff. You can use these on your spark plugs and all that stuff, and a little bit goes a long way, so you don't need a ton. All right. Goes through its self-diagnostic check. Yay, dun-dun-dun. Yeah, so now we got the batteries in, new cables, dielectric grease on them. Yeah, so just remember to check your battery water levels periodically. Only you can prevent battery failure And now we're gonna let her charge up and then go test it outside. Doodle-dee-dee-doo.
And here's our truck getting a whole new vibe. Now just need some new shoes and to have the wheel wells painted.
Are you an experienced heavy-duty mechanic thinking about going on your own? Click the link in the description to fill out the form. Tekamo, your heavy equipment support network.
Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this episode, go watch the beginning of the bucket here and a day in the life of a bush mechanic here. And now I just stand here awkwardly for 20 seconds. Like this, like that. Are they below me? I don't know what to do with my hands.